Oh, there it goes. Okay, now it's recording. So a little bit about me, guys. So I got started as a Beachbody coach. It's going to be 2 years already in April of 2013. And I was a school teacher. I taught kindergarten for 2 years and first grade for 1 year. And I loved it. But I also had a big passion for fitness, obviously. And I actually got involved with Beachbody, gosh, maybe like 6, 7 years ago with P90X. I kind of came across of it as an infomercial and I started doing it and I got good results, but I never even knew coaches existed. I mean, I did the programs, P90X, then Insanity and Turbo Fire, and I was drinking Shakeology. And because I was so vocal about it, like I was really vocal about my fitness on my social media. I would have coaches reach out to me and ask me if I wanted to be a coach. And I'm like, heck no, like I'm a teacher. Teachers don't even have time to like shower most of the time. And we're just so busy. But then people started asking me, that seed kind of stayed in my mind. And I started, okay, well maybe. And then I just started following Danielle Fin Funky. I started following her. I think I followed her for almost a year. I just thought she was amazing. Her abs, I was like, oh my God. I just thought she was really, really cool. And then one day she posted a post about, hey, does somebody, do you guys want to sign up as a coach? And then I told my husband, well, maybe I should. I'd rather do that than just teach summer school. I did not want to teach summer school. At this point, I think I was going into my second year as a teacher, and I did not want to teach summer school. I thought this would be more fun. I'm like, well, this would be fun. We can hopefully pay off some credit card dues, credit card debt. Both he and I went to college, so we have school loans and all of that. And as I started getting more and more into it, I just realized the potential of this business. I mean, Danielle was a teacher and she had been able to retire as a teacher. And then I started hearing all these success stories from all these other super successful coaches. I'm like, wait a minute, this could be something. And I started going to all live events and just started to really, really devote myself to this. And at one Super Saturday, Danielle told me, maybe next time I see you, you won't be a teacher anymore. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I have no intention of retiring as a teacher. Like, this is just for fun. But again, she mentioned that, she planted that seed in my mind, and I told my husband, you know what? Why not? And I just started to push for it. And I decided that I was going to retire as a teacher. And 16 months later, I was able to do that. Just this past summer, I didn't go back to teaching. I actually took a huge leap of faith. It was so scary. It was the scariest decision of my life. I cried on it, prayed on it. But so I've been working this full time for like 7 months now, and it was just been the best decision of my life. I love to teach and I miss my little ones, but now I realize that I think I was just kind of doing that because it was with just society wanted me to do. I had to go to college, I had to choose a career, but like all these dreams and passions I didn't even know existed inside of me until I started to coach. Now, I push for things that I never even knew that I wanted, or that I knew that I was capable of. So that's my little story on that. And now I'm here. Ashley and I are both pushing for big goals this year as well. Just like last year, we were pushing to end the year as premier coaches, and we accomplished that. And now we're pushing for bigger goals. And so, like she mentioned, it's so important to have a success partner. You help each other, push each other, bounce ideas off of each other. And so we thought it would be awesome for each other to talk on each other's team calls. So like she said, I'm going to talk to you guys about Instagram. And I'm not an expert, but I've taken Shalene Johnson's Instagram Academy. And I've had a lot of success with Instagram. I've had a lot of my coaches come from Instagram. One of them is actually like a 1-star diamond now. I would say that maybe like 30 to 40% of my coaches have come from Instagram, a lot of challengers from Instagram. And so I just kind of want to show you guys, and I taught this to my team, what has helped me. Again, I'm not an expert, and you guys might know more. You guys might already know this, but hopefully I can share with you something that you don't already know, and it could help you in your business. Because Instagram, guys, it's really, really huge for as far as using it for business, just because you can reach so many people with hashtags, and you can reach so many like-minded people on Instagram. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to share my phone with you guys. Um, okay. Now, Ashley, can you guys see my phone there? Okay, good. So, and I have my notes over here. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my Instagram here, and I'm close. I have about 8,000 followers now. I mean, it's not like, oh my gosh, humongous, but it's a pretty good following to where, like I said, I do get a lot of my business from Instagram. And just the first thing that I learned from Chalene Johnson and her Instagram Academy, and I really, really recommend that you guys take that academy if you do want to dig deeper in this Instagram Academy, because I learned so much from that. So the first thing that she talks about is when someone scrolls through your Instagram, it should be pretty consistent. I mean, just for, a couple of seconds, whoever's on your Instagram should know what they're going to get out of your Instagram. So it should kind of be consistent and stick to what you want people to get from your Instagram. For me, it's my videos, it's transformation stories, and then it's funny stuff. Sometimes, and it's weird, sometimes like the funny stuff will do so much better than like a serious post or something. And then it's motivation. So you could kind of say you won't maybe see pictures of kids on here, or you won't see pictures of my puppy Phoebe, because I try to keep it consistent. I try to keep it to where whoever is following me knows that they already know what they're gonna get from me. And so that was her first tip. And after I took her academy, like I went and back and like deleted some stuff, just because you don't want to be all over the place with Instagram. Like I said, you just want whoever clicked on your Instagram, they scroll a few scrolls down, and they should know, okay, more or less, they should kind of know what they're going to get, what to expect, so they could know whether they want to follow you or not. One thing that I do, guys, and is that my invites, I do go back and delete them. So I don't want, so for example, this one right here was an invite to my 21-day fit challenge group coming up. So when I posted this one, I went back and deleted the one before that, just because I don't want someone to come in my page and say, oh, like she's just gonna have invites all the time, or oh, she's just, gonna be spamming me all the time. So I try to keep those invites limited. I will leave a few of them up there, just because if I do get new people, I do want them to come across a bit, but I don't want them to see, 21-day fix challenge group, join my challenge group, join my 5-day sneak peek into coaching. I don't want that to be all they see, because that might scare them away. Like for here example, I left this one up, the one Team Living Fit, coaches wanted. I left that one up, but then I took another one before that one away, if that makes sense. Just because she did talk about that as well. And it's not that, you are ashamed of what you're asking for. It's just that you don't want people to kind of think, oh, she's just going to be spamming me all the time. So that is another tip that I got from her. Every time I post a new, hey, join my challenge group post, I'll go back and delete the previous one, so I don't have too many on here. Just because, again, I want the people who are going to be following me to know they're going to get mainly videos, mainly motivation, and then sometimes a thing or two about my personal life. For some reason, for me, Instagram doesn't really like it much when I post about my personal life. On Facebook, it does. On Instagram, it doesn't. And that's just me. Sometimes I'll like get a lot of unfollows when I do post something like about me and my husband or something. It just depends what I post. But Instagram could be very picky. Okay, and so another thing, like you guys have heard, Instagram is all about hashtags, right? So that's the cool thing about Instagram, that people can find you with related hashtags, and you can find them with related hashtags. Now, something really cool I learned from Chalene Johnson is not to put your hashtags in your posts. So like, for example, my post right here, I have a few hashtags, but if you look, I put my hashtags in my comments. The reason you do that is because you can go back and you can delete these hashtags and then use new ones. And the reason you want to do that is because once you delete those hashtags, and I don't know if I can do it to this one. So the thing is that you can delete and use hashtags 3 times on a post. The cool thing about that is I posted this yesterday, 1 day ago. If I were to come in here and delete my hashtags and use different ones, it's going to put my post up in the beginning of the newsfeed again with these new hashtags. So what I do is I have all my hashtags in my notes and I have them separated by groups. So this is my first set of hashtags. This is a second set of hashtags right here. These are my third set of hashtags, and then I even have these down here. Now, they're mainly fitness related, but they're not all fitness related because you want to also target people who are not into fitness yet. So for example, here I have one puppies. I have a puppy. Let's see, Texas girl, I'm from Texas, love to run, Reebok, Latinas, you know, I'm Latina, Dallas girl. So that was another tip from Shalene Johnson. Yes, you want to have fitness hashtags, but you also want to have other hashtags that are not fitness related because, you know, moms need to work out too. People who love scrapbooking need to work out too. So you want to target those people too. So these right here where it says from Facebook down, these were the hashtags that I currently had in that video that I just deleted. Well, now I'm going to come and I'm going to use these new set of hashtags. I go back and I put them again in the comments, and I might have to delete a few because it only allows you 30 hashtags. And now what it does, if I click on this one, weight loss, it put my video back into the news feed, and it's probably down here because weight loss is a pretty popular hashtag. Let's see. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find it. Weight loss is a very popular. Okay, let's see. Never quit. Why can't I find my video? Well, I'm sure it's in here. I'm sure it's in here somewhere, guys. I was doing this with my team the other day too, and I couldn't find mine. But okay, so for the reason for that is that now this video is in the newsfeed again because I deleted the old hashtags and now I'm using a fresh new set of hashtags. If I would have put these hashtags in my actual paragraph, I wouldn't have been able to delete them. So now tomorrow, you can do that 3 times. So yesterday when I posted this, that was the first set of hashtags. Right now, I just switched them. That was the second set of hashtags. And now tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna delete these hashtags and I'm gonna use a new set of hashtags so that again, this video is gonna go back into the newsfeed. Without me having to repost it, it just goes back into the newsfeed because it has new hashtags that I didn't use before. And that's the amazing thing about being able to switch your hashtags. Before, you were able to do that unlimited amount of times, but I guess Instagram caught on to that. So now they only allow you to do that 3 times. So don't put your hashtag in your paragraph, put them in your comments. And as you saw, I have my hashtags saved in my notes, so I never have to sit there and think of hashtags. I just go in there, my notes, boom, copy and paste, and put them up there. The next day, I go back and see which ones I have not used, and then I'll switch them out to new ones. Does that make sense for everybody? Does anybody have any questions about that before I move on? Oh, Ashley does.
I don't know if everyone knows what a hashtag. Maybe if you can explain how people find you through hashtags, because I'm not sure if, because most people I think find me through Facebook, and I think there might be some people that aren't, and I didn't know what a hashtag was before I researched Instagram a little bit, and I was never on Twitter or anything, so maybe if you can explain like what a hashtag does.
Yeah, so
just in case.
Okay, so let's just say I'm here on Instagram, right, guys? And so you can. Oh, is my phone not showing? It said my internet was unstable. I don't know why it said that.
I see your phone.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't see it on. I see it on that page that I was on before. Does it show that I'm trying to search something?
No, it just shows that, yeah, the page you're on before.
Yeah, see, and I'm not on there. Let me see. I might have to try to reconnect. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
While she's doing that, isn't there a website you can go to find hashtags?
There's an app called Tags for Likes that I have used before. Do you know of another place, Leticia?
Usually I'll just Google them because the problem with those apps is that they give you good hashtags, but you don't want to use super popular hashtags because let's say you use love or abs, everybody's using those hashtags. And what happens is that in a few seconds, your post gets drowned in the news feed. And so you want to use semi-popular hashtags, but not so to where they're so popular. So if I use something like Dallas girl, that's kind of popular, but not too popular to where it stays up in the news feed longer than abs or love, because so many people are using that your post is here and then just goes in a couple of seconds, it's down and no one can even find it unless you really, 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 really scroll down to find that.
Is that why you want to use so many when you post? I was just wondering why, because there's always just like, I didn't know you could do 30. I just wrote that down. I've never used Instagram before. So you want to use that many? You want to use a lot?
Yes, you want to use all 30 of them.
Okay.
Because then with those 30 hashtags, that one post is in 30 different places.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys.
And one thing just to add on to that, I don't know if you guys are familiar when she's saying newsfeed. So every time like she hashtags a photo or you hashtag a photo, if you put weight loss on there, it immediately, if someone's searching that weight loss hashtag, it will show your picture there. But since that's a popular one, like she had that there and then went to go try and find your picture. But in the same second that she's doing it, because I don't know how many millions of people use Instagram, there's so many other people using it that it, is a few down. So it's harder to see. So that's what she means when it's newsfeed, that people are clicking on that. And I find that sometimes, that's how I sometimes find people. Like when I was interested in the Whole30, I searched like Whole30 hashtags or paleo or things like that so that I could find users that were doing Whole30 and I could follow them and get ideas. So if someone's interested in weight loss or 21 Day Fix Extreme or something like that, and they click on it, that's how they can find you, is through your hashtags. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yes. So like I was saying, so here's users, right? So you can look people up under users or hashtags. So here's the hashtag never quit. That was already there. So if I click on there, these are all the people who use that hashtag never quit. And if your post, and if you have used that same hashtag, your post is going to be here. Of course, this is all live. So the newest posts are going to be on the top and the older ones are going to be closer to the bottom. And so let's just say your post, you use never quit, you use weight loss, you use fit girl. Like I said, now your post is in 30 different places because you use 30 different hashtags. And this is how people can find you with hashtags, like Ashley was saying. Let me see if I use, so Dallas girl, I think that's one that I use. And this is, I'm trying to see if mine will come up, but it's like I said, everything is live. So do you guys see mine right here? So see, I use the hashtag Dallas girl, and now my post is right here. And it's kind of random, but here it is.
Yeah, so her post is right there towards the top, even though you can see that she posted this picture 5 days ago.
Right. And it's also, see, Texas girl, love to run. Anybody looking at any of these hashtags, it's here in Dallas girl, but it's also in happy wife, happy life, Grand Prairie, can't stop, won't stop. It's in 30 different places at once. And like I said before, if I come in here and I delete these hashtags and I were to put new hashtags, it would put it in 30 different other places because there would be 30 different other hashtags, if that makes sense. And I only used a few hashtags here in my paragraph, like 21-day fix and weight loss challenge, but I keep the majority in my comments. So again, I can go back, delete them, and then so I can put it back in the news feed a day or 2 days later. And again, you can only do that 3 times. And I think I've already done it 3 times. So if I would try to delete these and put new hashtag, Instagram would tell me, wait a minute, that's too much. You can't do it anymore. As to where before it was, you could do it as many times as you wanted, which was pretty cool. And I could share my hashtags with you guys afterwards. I can send them to Ashley. I don't mind sharing those with you guys. What I did is I Googled them. Like I would just Google popular hashtags or hashtags to use, or honestly, sometimes, and this is kind of time consuming, but now I have them forever. I would just come in here and I would play around with the hashtags. I would say, I wonder how popular happy wife is, and I would put happy wife, and so all of these come up. So I wouldn't want to use happy. Do you guys see how many posts are in the happy hashtag? You would not want to use this hashtag because it's so popular that your post would only be there for seconds, and then it would be buried down. No one would ever see it. You would want to look for a hashtag that doesn't have as many posts. It's still popular-ish, but not too popular to where it's going to get buried and never be seen, unless someone has time to sit there and scroll. But usually people don't, because especially Instagram, it's just like go, go, go. Nobody has time to sit there and look for posts. And that's how I came up with my hashtags. I came in here, I would type them in, and then I would see how popular they were. And if they weren't too crazy popular, I saved it on my notes, and that's what I use. And I try to switch them out every so often, but usually I keep the same ones.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I pulled up on mine, and I can see that some have like thousands and thousands, and then some have like 200. I imagine you kind of want to be in the medium because you don't want to be so unpopular that nobody's really looking there.
Right.
Is that true, or?
Yes, that's true.
So like, what's a range that you try to stick to?
Oh, goodness, I guess probably in the thousands. Maybe I would say 30,000 or less, around there.
Okay.
Sometimes I do use super popular because I might get lucky, and your post will be seen, but it will just be seen for a few seconds. But in those few seconds, people will see it. It's just a minute or 2 later, it's going to be buried. But within that minute, whoever happens to be live and looking at that, it will pop up.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, I was just playing with Instagram more this week, so I was excited that you're on here because I was like, oh, I have questions for her. But because you said to put them in the comments.
Yes, put them in the comments.
Like I have a post that I would want to do that with, but I had put them in the text part. Mm-hmm. But I know now you can edit that. So can you like just change it I wonder if I can delete it there and.
Oh yeah, now that you have the option to edit, I haven't tried it, but I'm assuming now that you can edit, you could edit it and then just delete them in the actual paragraph, because before you could not edit an Instagram post.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. I'm sticking more to just do it in the comments because it's just so much easier. Just go slide, boom, delete, copy, paste, boom, and then I go on.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, I think it looks nicer. Sometimes I go back, if I've done it 3 times, if I've uploaded my hashtag 3 times and I can't do another one, then I will just delete it. so that it's just like a cleaner look rather than having it in that main thing.
Yeah.
And another thing, so now same with hashtags, I always do the trending ones also. And I know, you know, it's going to probably get buried, but so like, for example, Mondays, I always do, oh, my 10-year goals are up. I always do Motivation Monday, and then MCM, Man Crush Monday. Even though I don't do a Man Crush Monday, I still use that hashtag because it's so popular that day that a lot of people are using it. So even though it's not related to Man Crush, I will still use it. Transformation Tuesday, for Tuesday, it's a huge one. And you can even put Transformation Tuesday in the morning, again in the afternoon, delete it and put it back in so it can throw your picture back in the newsfeed, and then in the evening, delete it and then put it again so it can throw your picture back in the newsfeed. Even though it's the same hashtag, each time you update it, it's going to throw your picture back up in the newsfeed. Wednesdays, it's Women Crush Wednesdays, WCW. Again, I might not do anything related to that, but I'll still use the hashtag just because it's so popular that day. TBT, Throwback Thursday, Flex Friday or TGIF, and then Sunday Fun Day. So I do use those trending hashtags on those days because you never know, someone. Or also, I heard someone else do like Scandal on TGIT. Thanks God it's Thursday. Scandal, Grey's Anatomy, because people who watch Scandal and Grey's Anatomy need to work out also too, right? Even though it's not related to that, the people who are watching those shows need to be into fitness or could benefit from seeing your post. Okay, and I mentioned how all the hashtags that they're not all fitness related, again, because another reason for that is because all other fitness coaches are also using these hashtags. So many times you don't want other fitness coaches reaching your post because you're trying to attract people who are not into fitness yet, who are not coaches, who are not other Beachbody coaches or other Herbalife and all of that coaches. So that's another reason why it's good to just throw in random hashtags that have nothing to do with fitness. So here I have Pinterest. I would say mostly all of them are fitness related, but not all of them. Women with tattoos. I think I searched that one. That was pretty popular, but not crazy popular. Bookworm. I love to read books, and someone who's a bookworm also needs to work out and lose weight. So that's another reason to use hashtags that are just not all fitness related. And then I do try to avoid, I will sometimes, but guys, people who use like Turbo Fire, 21 Day Fix, Insanity Max 30, those are all just us coaches. So yeah, it's cool to use them, but you're just going to attract other coaches. So I don't really use those as much. I might once in a while, but I don't want to attract other Beachbody coaches. I want to attract people who are not coaches, obviously. Okay. And then of course, eye-catching posts, and I'm sure Ashley has talked to you about this, that you want your graphics that stand out, because Instagram is just like Facebook, people just scroll. So you want to have those eye-catching posts. I will say that my videos have probably gone a little more boring because I just don't have time to make them all cute and pretty and everything, but I do try my best. So one thing that has helped me gain so many followers, guys, is shout out pages. So I've been shouted out, I think 4 or 5 different shout out pages who have a huge following, and that's where I would say more than half of my following have come from. So that's another thing, and you can Google these pages. I can send Ashley the ones that I follow, but I'm sure there's tons out there. One that's super popular and that actually shouted me out once was Fit Girl Videos. This one right here, Fit Girl Videos. They just randomly shouted my video out one time, and I got so many followers from this. So it tells you right here what to do. It says, hashtag your fitness videos, fit girl videos for a possible feature. So anytime I post a video, fit girl videos, I make sure I have that hashtag, and I actually use that hashtag in my paragraph because I don't want to delete that one. I want to keep it on there forever so that if fit girl videos happens to come across mine, they will feature it. So the feature hashtags, those are the ones I keep in my paragraph, not in my comments, because I don't want to delete them. This is one that is huge following, 2.6 million. So can you imagine if your video was to get featured? I think maybe I got close to like 2,000 to 3,000 followers just from them. It was crazy. And you never know. I think it was a video of me doing PIO. It wasn't, I mean, don't feel like, oh, my video will never get shouted out. You never know. I love this page because they don't just feature like super bikini girls. I mean, I feel like they kind of shout a pretty variety of people, because there are some pages who just do like super fit people or like girls in bikinis, and you don't want to be shouted out in those pages anyways. So that's one of them. Champions breed champions is another one, and it says here, hashtag your photo, champions breed champions. So many of these pages, if you hashtag what they want you to hashtag, but some of them want you to kick, K-I-K, and that's an app. So that's another way. And you just kick them your picture, or you kick them a video, and you never know, you could be shouted out. And I don't do this as much anymore. I don't have that much time, but I probably need to. But I would do this 2-3 times a day. I would sit there and I would, the people who want me to kick them, I would sit down and be like, okay, I'm going to kick this page and this page and this page, or I'm going to hashtag this picture. Like, I really made it my goal to get a shout out, because it does take time. But if you do get shout out in one of these pages, it would be so much worth it, because a lot of followers will come from here. And the cool thing about that is that they're fit pages, so people interested in fitness are following these pages. So you're not going to get random people that you don't really want. You're going to get people interested in fitness. And then, like I said, I can send Ashley, I can send you these, because there's more like there's one from Shalene Johnson, who her team her team is the one that takes care of this page or manages this page, and it's called Home Workouts for You. And it tells you, again, hashtag home workouts for you, or direct message to be featured. And this is right here. It's a Shalene Johnson page. They've shouted me out a few times as well. They don't have a huge following, as big as Fit Girls Inspire, but it's pretty big too. So that's another thing that I would really hone in, would be to try to get shout outs. Okay. And it's just like Facebook, guys. With Instagram, you want to interact with people who interact with you. Obviously, you want to just, whatever they say, just interact back with them. Hi, thank you. If they ask you a question, just make sure you're going back to your pictures and interacting with them. One thing I would say, that in your newsfeed right here, it only gets to a certain point, and then it won't show you any more comments. So this stopped at 2 hours ago. So I always make sure I go into my actual post and look for questions or whatever, so I can interact with people so that I don't miss out on a question, or if someone left their email or something. So just interaction is also really, really important. And the last thing that I had for you guys is just call to action. And I learned this from Shalene Johnson too, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but she said anytime you have a call to action, the percentage of people liking it or tagging someone goes up so much higher. So if you I didn't do a call to action in this one, but if I would have said something like, tag someone who needs to see this, or tag someone who needs a good laugh, just by you saying that, the chances of someone tagging people shoots up like a super crazy amount of percentage. I'm like, wow. I mean, you just have to simply ask ask for the like, ask for the tag, or, you know, double tag or double tap if you're going to try this exercise later on, or double tap if you're going to try this recipe, if you posted a recipe, or, you know, like this one I posted, am I right? You know, it's just a question, and some people were like, yeah, so true, whatever. And then I just asked the question. Or I could have said something like double tap, and double tap means you like it. So on Instagram, when you double tap, it means you like it instead of hitting the like button. That's, you know, the popular Instagram saying, double tap if you like this. So just make sure you have the call to action. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to share with you guys, and like I told my team, I will let you guys do the research on that one. And I actually saw this video from Anita Myron. There is a website called Instagress. It's INST, Instagress, Gress. I am loving this website. I'm getting about 100 new followers on Instagram per week. It's $10 a month. And what it is, guys, it's like you're paying someone to interact with your followers. It's pretty cool. It's not like fake followers or anything like that, because you never want to buy fake followers. What Instagress does is you go in there, and it's gonna ask you, first of all, you have an option to target other fit pages. So for example, you can target followers who follow Fit Girls Inspire, who follow Shalene Johnson, who follow some of your favorite pages, Champions Breed pages. It's gonna target those followers. And what you do is you tell it, and then you can also put, let me show you. Can I show you guys? I think that's easier if I show you what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. It's $10 a month, and it is so worth it. Your Instagram, my coaches just started doing it.
And it's a tax write-off, right?
It's for your business. When I heard Anita Myron use it, I was like, I don't know, because, you know, I don't like all that fake followers and stuff, but no, it's actually really, really cool. And $10 a month, that's pretty inexpensive. I was surprised it was that inexpensive. Can't remember my email. Oh gosh, guys, I don't remember my email. Let me see if I can. Oh, signing with Instagram. Okay, sorry. Here I go. And I'll share my screen as soon as I log in.
While she's finding this, guys, can y'all smile? Look in your camera and smile so that we can get a screenshot. Okay, yay. 1, 2. Okay.
I always wondered how you got everybody looking so cute. When I do mine, people are like looking like all crazy.
Well, I just took one without you guys looking, but it's more fun to have people look like they're enjoying their time. You know, I'm like, great team Coleman, and everyone's like, not looking the best. So I think it's better if everyone's looking happy.
Okay. Yay, I got it. Okay, let me see. Share my screen. Okay, can everybody see that? Yeah, okay, good. So this is Instagress, and there's YouTube videos, because it would just take me way too long to sit here and explain it all to you guys, but there's some really good YouTube videos that are gonna explain it step by step on how to use this. But so here, right here, it says usernames. It says add usernames to follow their followers or following. So I have Melissa Maid, which is Melissa McAllister. She has a huge following. Fit Girls Inspire, Fit Girl Videos. And you want to do this because you don't want, because one of my coaches is like, well, what if they go and like all this from like a naughty page or something? So this is how you have control of that. Real Fit Girls, My Healthy Dish. And now here, tags, it says add hashtags to get media from. So these are the hashtags that I want that I'm telling Instagress to go find. So it's not going to go find like naughty girls or something because I didn't choose naughty girls. This is how you control it so that it won't do anything like that. And this is the comment that I'm leaving on the post that Instagram is finding. It's saying, love this and love your post. Now, this is where I told my coaches to be careful. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like, let's just say you post a video and someone comments, great photo or great shot. You're like, it's not a photo. It's the Instagress people. And so you want to be careful on what you say, because like that pisses me off when someone says that, because I'm like, it's not a photo, like it's a video, you dummy. So don't be those coaches who say, I have a really exciting challenge group, click on my link because I've gotten that from other Beachbody coaches too. And that is just a big pet peeve of mine that I tell my coaches, please don't ever be, those Beachbody coaches, because they're not taking the time to read your bio. I am already a coach. Why would you want me? Why are you trying to attract me if I'm already a coach? So you just got to be careful on what comment you choose to leave on these posts. You're leaving it all up to Instagress. So this is why I chose this one. The one I had before was hashtag beast mode and a smiley face, because that could be applied to videos, that could be applied to pictures. I wanted something that could apply to many posts so that I wouldn't make people mad. Now, one question that my coach had is, well, what if everybody starts using Instagress? And that's not true. The only people who are going to use Instagress are people who have businesses like us, other wellness coaches, other fit coaches, other entrepreneurs, and that's okay, because we are not trying to attract them. We're trying to attract the random people, the everyday average people who use Instagram for pleasure and who don't use it for business. The only people who are going to use something like Instagress is people who need it for business. So I just want to show you really quick that in action. Oh, I think my husband took it. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick it back up. I wanted to show you guys my phone, but I don't think I'm going to get it to get back up there. And like, okay. No, I'm not going to. I was just going to show you guys how Instagress. Oh, you know what? I could show you here on the website. I can show you what Instagress does. Like I said, I get about 100 new followers per week ever since I started using Instagress. Oh, yeah? How do you know? How come I can't see it on my screen? Oh. Apparently my husband. Here we go. Hey. Okay. Okay, so do you guys see this girl right here? She said, thank you. I'm going to click on her picture. And here's me. It says, love this and love your post. But I didn't write that. Instagress did. And she wrote back and said, thank you, with a smiley face. So what I do try to do is I try to come in here and like it so that she can think, or not think, but she can know, oh, she's real. And she might not have had, she might not be following me, but most of the time, those people who Instagress is commenting on, they'll come back and follow me. And I get some people say, oh, thank you so much. Like, that means a lot to me, because they really think it's me who's doing it. Here's another one. And she just said, again, thank you. Here's my post again. Love this and love your post with a little heart. And this is how I've been getting about 100 followers per week. So again, $10 a month, I think, is very worth it. And like I said, I've gotten a lot of my coaches from Instagram. Even before I started using Instagress, I've only been using Instagress for about 2 months now. But just Instagram is just something that I really like. And I've taken, you know, like Shalise Johnson's Instagram Academy. I go and watch YouTube videos. I really try to learn everything I can about Instagram because I feel like it's gold as far as business. If you really take the time to learn it, if you really take the time to apply what you learn. And it's just like anything else. If you're not used to it, it's going to take a little bit of time. But once you get it going, once you get that momentum, it could really, really help your business a lot, guys. So see, I have all these, like this girl started following me. That started following me. So I have a lot of new followers. And this guy, you know, thanks for the support. Again, there's my post right there. Love this and love your post. So as you can tell, it's not saying this on pages that I don't want to be on, because I'm controlling it with the hashtags that I told Instagram to follow, and with the pages that I told Instagram to follow. So that's how you control that. And just one last thing, guys. Sorry, one last thing. For Instagram, and I see this a lot, Instagram followers or people do not like to read long posts. So if you do have a long post, I would encourage you guys to space your paragraphs. Make spaces, like this is a pretty long post. Use emojis to make it look cute and make it look readable. Because if this were all smushed in one paragraph, I can probably bet that not many people would even take the time to read that. So that's one other thing that I would encourage you guys to do. Space your paragraphs, make them look more readable, more catching for the eye, so that people can actually stop and read it. So that's all I have for you guys. Does anyone have any questions?
So I've got my Instagram. Sorry, Karen, go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering, the page.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Do you post the same things on Instagram as you do on your Facebook page, or do you make them different?
Yes, I do post the same things, not always. So I don't post every post on my Facebook. I don't post it all on Instagram. What I do is I take the ones that I think are Instagram fit, and I will share them. But you will see some of my same posts on my Instagram as my like page. But my like or my Facebook page, I usually post 4 to 5 times a day. On Instagram, I usually do 2 posts a day, one in the morning and one in the evening. So that's why I won't post everything from Facebook on there. I'll take the 2 that I think are Instagram fit and post them there, if that makes any sense. And again, if I post about Phoebe, my puppy, on Facebook, I wouldn't put that on Instagram because it doesn't go with what I usually post. I would probably lose a lot of followers if I did that. So, and then recipes. I don't usually do a lot of recipes on my Instagram. I do once in a while, but I do a recipe on my like page every day. So that's another thing that I wouldn't put in my Instagram because it just doesn't go with what people are used to, if that makes any sense.
I think Rhonda had a question, but also I was wondering, since we've got your phone still up here, if you can show how you link because I know I was just talking to some people yesterday about this, how you link your Instagram to your Facebook, so it's just if you want to post at the same time.
Yeah, and mine's not linked, but I think it's in your settings. No, right here. See, I just went to settings, guys, and it's right here. It says linked accounts. You just click on there, and then you can link Twitter, you can link your Facebook. It's in your settings. I don't have mine linked, and the reason for that is Facebook will show your post to more people if they are organic, raw posts to Facebook, as opposed to it being shared from somewhere else. So let's just say I share a video from Instagram to Facebook. Some people will see it, but if I post it straight to Facebook, Facebook likes that more, and they'll let more people see my post. So that's why I don't have mine linked. But you can, if because some people are pressed for time, and it's better for you to have it linked and actually post on both than to not post on both, if that makes any sense. Because if you're pressed for time.
So I had a quick question. I understand what you're talking about with the like pages for Instagram, getting them to do the shout outs. I've had a lot of really random, like fake marketing people contacting me via Instagram. Are those people we should just block, or are they people we should actually be using? They seem more spam-like to me. I don't know if they're legitimate.
I block.
Okay.
I think that's very unprofessional, and that's very annoying. So anytime I get like a spammer like that, I will go to their account and I will block them, and then I will you can, I guess, tell Instagram that they're spamming you. And I do that because I just like, dude, that's very unprofessional. Like nobody wants to be spammed. So that's what I do to those people.
Okay. I was afraid maybe I was missing out on followers by just blocking these people, but they were driving me crazy. So.
Yeah, no, like the big accounts, like the big legit accounts, they're not going to come looking for you. Like you got to just use their hashtags or kick them, and it's KIK. It's like a texting app. But they rarely ever go to your account and want to talk to you unless you're like super huge, very popular maybe.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else have any more questions, or we're good? We're good. And like I said before, guys, there's a lot of YouTube, like if you can't afford Shalene Johnston's Instagram Academy, there's also a lot of YouTube videos out there that can show you simple things like, how do I space my paragraphs, or there's even some on how to make your bios. Like some people have really cute biographies. I don't know how to do that, but there's videos on that. So just go out there, do your research. Like I said, if this is something that you really want to start digging into, and I do advise that you do, but if you are fairly new, I would recommend that first you get very comfortable and you master your Facebook or whatever it is that you're doing now before you start to dig into Instagram. You don't want to have two that you're trying to get used to. That's going to be overwhelming, and that's just going to be more work for you. First, focus on one. Like for me, I was actually opposite. My Instagram was more popular and took off first, and then I started focusing on my like page. But I would never tell a new coach, start your like page, use your personal page. Now you got to get Instagram. Now you got to get Pinterest. Like, no, you got to first focus on one, master that one, get used to that one, get good at that one, and then start to get your feet wet into another social media. Instagram's not going anywhere. It's okay if it takes you a few months before you start to dig into it. But I do encourage you guys to do get into it once you are ready for it, because like I said, it could be really, really amazing for your business, and I know it has for me, and hopefully it continues to. But yeah, don't feel like you have to like right away, like, oh my God, I gotta start using Instagram now. No, just take your time. Whenever you're ready, then you can start to dig into it.
One question real quick. How do people contact you from Instagram? Do they email you or message you?
They mainly email me.
Okay.
So that's another thing you do want to have in your bio, guys. You want to have a way for them to contact you. For me, I have my email, and I have my like page linked in here as well. So they can actually click on that, and it's going to take them to my Living Fit with Leticia Facebook page. You can do that as well. But mostly all the people who contact me from Instagram, they come through my email.
Okay. Awesome. No other questions, guys? All right. So thank you so much, Leticia. I feel like this is the most questions we've ever had on a call, which means that this is clearly a great topic for people. Everyone's really interested in learning more. So really appreciate you taking time out of your Sunday night and sharing your insights. Clearly we have a thing or two to learn from you. I've done a little bit of research on Instagram, and I still learned some awesome things that I didn't know before. So this was really beneficial for me, and I'm sure for others as well. So thank you so much.
Good, you're welcome. It was a pleasure being on here.
Awesome. All right, you guys have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.